Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whenever you're listening to this, watching this. Congratulations, White Sox fans. You just got yourself another ace in your rotation. Hello, my name is Aldo Soto, and I have the latest on the White Sox trading for Texas Rangers right-hander Lance Lynn. So, as of right now, we got Lucas Giolito, Dallas Keuchel, Lance Lynn, Dylan Cease, and the returning Michael Kopech as the top five in the White Sox starting rotation. You still have a guy like Ronaldo Lopez who can compete in there, but maybe he's going to be switched over to the bullpen now. And meanwhile, the only big piece given up by the Sox is Dane Dunning. Once again, that's 6 years of control. But the only part that I could say that really hurts here is that there's been the rumblings. Obviously, there was the rumors since the summer in 2020 about the White Sox being interested in getting Lynn for the playoff push. That didn't happen. There was talks about maybe the Rangers asking for Dylan Cease, or maybe they were just asking for Dunning back then. So really, right now, the only piece that hurts is that you possibly could have had Lance Lynn a few months ago. That means you would have had him for that playoff series against the Oakland A's, and we all remember what happened in Game 3. Maybe a different story if you have Lance Lynn there, but it doesn't matter now because you're going to have Lance Lynn for 2021. And guess what? That makes the White Sox a lot more dangerous, not just competing in the AL Central, but for making a deep run in the AL playoffs, too. The 33-year-old right-hander will be a free agent following the 2021 season when he's going to be owed $8 million. This is obviously a huge move for the White Sox, who, once again, Rick Hahn, shout out for making the big moves when you need to. The window is now, and yes, there's some talk about White Sox fans being a little upset about, having to give up Dane Dunning, but come on, you're getting an ace. And again, I'm saying ace because right now when I show you these stats, we're talking about top 5 guy in the league for the past 2 years. All right, here you go, White Sox fan. Here are those stats I'm talking about. Since the start of 2019, because I know we don't want to make a whole lot about, the short season of 2020. But if you go back to the last full year, since 2019, out of all MLB starters, this is what you're going to get. Or this is the production that you're pretty much going to expect, kind of, from Lance Lynn here in 2021. He's 5th in strikeouts, most strikeouts since the start of 2019 with 335. That's ahead of Lucas Giolito, who's had 325 strikeouts during the same time period. He has the most innings pitched during the last 2 seasons, 292 and a third innings pitched. And what was one of the biggest complaints that White Sox had for Rick Renteria in 2020 was how he manages bullpen. Well, now that you have another workhorse in that rotation that you can pair up next to Giolito and Keuchel, you get to worry less about the bullpen for at least those first 3 starts in a series there. If you get other guys, obviously Michael Kopech coming back from his injuries from the Tommy John and then from not pitching in 2020. So maybe if at all he has to ease in, well, maybe that's where you take the bullpen. But now you have another horse that you can pair up with Giolito and Keuchel. Again, since 2019, top 5 pitcher in WAR. I think he's like top 2, I think. Even ahead of guys like Garrett Cole, Max Scherzer, Shane Bieber since the start of 2019. If you go back to 2018, since 2018, he's the top 8 pitcher in WAR in baseball. Again, we're talking about a guy who just goes out there, is going to pitch every 5th day. He's going to get you a quality start. And at the end of the year, he's going to get close to like 200 innings, make at least 30 starts for you. One of my co-hosts on the Pinwheels and Ivy podcast, you can check us out every Thursday. We go live. A brand new episode drops on Apple and Spotify Fridays. But, we've been discussing lately, the whole age. A guy can especially pitchers, they can have arm troubles at any time. But you don't really have to worry about that with Lance Lynn. Lance Lynn, made his debut in 2011, really started to get into rotation the next year, making 29 starts in 2012. And since then, he's been a workhorse. 2012, 176 innings. 2013, 201. After that, 203. Then 175 in 2015. And that's when he made 31 starts, had a 3.03 ERA with the Cardinals. But he did miss all of 2016. He had Tommy John surgery. The good thing is though, getting Tommy John surgery isn't the worst thing. Isn't the worst thing anymore. Guys are coming back even better. Saw this tweet right after the trade happened. Before the Tommy John surgery, Lance Lynn his average fastball was like about 93 and a half. Like just under 94 miles per hour. After that, he's actually increased it above 94 miles per hour. Now he's throwing like little cutting action there, which is really helping him out, and we're seeing it with the strikeout numbers. So again, after coming back from Tommy John surgery, 2017 he makes 33 starts, ties a career high for most starts in a year, right after Tommy John, 186 innings. But then after that, 2019 with Texas, 208 innings, 33 starts, 3.67 ERA. 2020, 84 innings pitched, 13 starts, 3.32 ERA. I mean, you guys are getting workhorse. There's really no negative here. And I know some Sox fans are saying, was it really worth giving up the 6 years of control? You can't really worry about what Dane Dunning is going to be in a year or two. And yeah, he looked great. He came up, he made 3 starts. He looked great, but this is a winning move here. You are going for it in 2021, and it's evident. If anything, there's no way that you can consider this like an overpay. I think this is just a solid win-win. It meets the goals of both teams. The Texas Rangers are still looking for some guys. So they're still like in that rebuild phase, basically. They're still looking guys under cost control for the next few years. And the White Sox lineup is loaded. We saw that in 2020. They needed the pitching help, and they got like a top 5 pitcher for the past couple years. Now, just for some other White Sox rumors here, obviously they get Lynn. Jeff Passan reported after the trade announcement that the White Sox were in the market, obviously in the trade market for a pitcher, and they were in talks with the Cincinnati Reds for Sonny Gray. But, that was going to cost more. Sonny Gray, he's still under team control for 3 more years. I think in 2021 he's owed $10 million, $10.2 million in 2022, and he has a pretty cheap $12 million club option in 2023. So, that one was going to cost a lot more for any team trying to look for a trade with the Reds for Sonny Gray. And then, Joel Sherman, who also broke the Lance Lynn trade Monday night. He tweeted this out, which should also get you guys excited for the future here, and for the next couple of months here in the offseason. So Joel Sherman said, "The White Sox have been viewed as one of the few teams willing to spend this offseason." Then he goes on to say, say, Michael Brantley and Liam Hendricks on their roster after Lynn, and you might have one more. You might have more than just the team to beat in the AL Central. And, gotta get excited. We'll get to the whole outfield free agents for the White Sox and, Springer, Brantley, Jock Peterson. But, if you get one of those guys, even if it's not a George Springer, if you just get that upgrade in right field, now you already have Lynn. You're talking about a very, very serious AL pennant contender here in the White Sox. So, once again, Sox trade Dane Dunning and another prospect for Lance Lynn. Lynn has 1 more year left on his deal, $8 million worth in 2021. Sox fans, gotta be happy. But let us know, and remember, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and follow us at all your social media accounts at Sports Mockery. Visit the website for daily updates. Then, until next time, have a good one.